Hey guys, AscendantGod here on Raid Shadow Legends. I'm on my main account. Today you're gonna see me going from the first time in Arena from Tier 3 Silver to Tier 4 Silver. I'm pretty close to it, and at that tier I can go from getting the 2 medals each time to 3, so I figure what the heck, might as well give it a shot. Right now, I probably want to get rid of her if I'm going to actually try to stick up there, but let me see what it's going to be like once I get up there anyway. It shouldn't be too many battles to be able to get there, so I'm going to see who I can take on to make this happen. I got 8 out of 10. I got plenty more, but I'm probably just going to use the 8. I should be able to get up to it with the 8. Alright, I'm going to give these guys a shot. I don't know all of these ones off the top of my head. What the heck does War Chief do? Flex 30%. Okay. That's not too bad. Provoke debuff for 1 enemy. That's not too bad. Alright, so he does a provoke. Not too worried about that. This guy I think is, yeah, rhubarb. All enemies. Okay, again, not too worried about him. Okay, yeah, I should definitely be able to take down. I do know these. This guy I don't know off the top of my head either. Oh, he looks friggin' awesome. I would love to have him just for the look. 100% heal reduction. Oh, well, that's cool, because I don't have a healer, so that's not going to do anything. Speed and crit rate. Target ally. Alright, well that's not too cool, but alright, so he's not anything to be afraid of there. Alright, cool. And they apparently don't know how auras work because they don't have an aura. No champion with aura skill selected. There's so many people. God, guys, for people watching this, if you don't know how auras work, the champions have an aura. It's in the top right of their sign here, and you gotta choose it within the specific slot that says leader. See, with leader, I get an increase of all ally attack in battles by 33%. Okay, I could go with resistance too, but I'm gonna go with attack in this one just because usually my Nethril's loaded up with tons of speed right now. Literally all speed gear and speed boots capped out at the 16. Pretty sure it's 5 stars on him, so he's got a good amount of speed to him here, so we should be good. Usually I get the first turn. The only kind of champions that I do tend to avoid because I have issues with them sometimes is people with a speed aura, because speed aura is not good for me. Alright. Because if they get the first turn, I got a lot of glass cannons here. Let's see. Let's try to lock some down. Awesome. Alright, so yeah, I should have this no problem now. And probably take him out. Yep. Alright, cool. And alright, Inithwe is okay. I don't like his AoE is kind of weak. It really should be stronger. His A2 took them out. Wow, this guy's really underpowered. I'm just gonna auto this to finish up. Alright, so definitely got this. Boom, boom. Alright, you're done. Alright, good. On to the next one. I wonder how many more wins I gotta get. Shouldn't be too many more, so I don't want to do them. They got the speed aura. Somebody's faster than me, it puts me at a disadvantage. Maybe I'll come back to them. I don't know, they're quite a bit higher than me. I already took these guys out. I knew that'd be an easy win. Alright, 54. Give that a shot. The only thing that I don't like, Athel hits so freaking hard. I'm waiting to see them nerf her. I swear they're going to nerf her one day, mark my words, because her AoE attack is so harsh. But if I can lock her down, her main attack isn't too bad at all. But even her main attack for a champion that's a rare is still pretty crazy. Alright, let's lock down those turn meters. Let's see, he's got a lot of resistance on her because he knows. There we go. Cool. Didn't resist that. Alright, no big deal. And I see, there's no point in locking him down because he's still going to do that attack that attacks everybody. I'm going to try to lock him down. Alright, cool. Should be able to take down the 2 of these guys. Let's see, it didn't take her out. See, his AoE is really weak. That's his A3. It's really underpowered. The place where Inithwe shines, his attacks are not particularly spectacular. The nice thing about Inithwe here, he's one of the new Void champions recently. in this current patch. Depending on when you guys see this, it may not be recent anymore, but anyway, he's one of the newer champions. It's yet another one of those Void champions that's really disappointing, that's just not as good as it should be for a Void. But anyway, his A2 attack's really good. I'll show you what his A2 is. I'm going to give these guys a shot. I don't see anybody in here that I'm too particularly worried about. Kale can hit pretty hard too, but I'm going to try to take him on. He's again another one of those ones, if I can lock down though, then his attack's a joke. Definitely want to lock her down. But anyway, once I get to Inithwe, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. He's not horrible, it's just for a Void, and especially a legendary Void, it's just kind of disappointing. Alright, I'd rather lock him down than lock down Kale here. And didn't do it. Alright, so his A3 here, Tormenting Whispers, attacks all enemies, 80% chance of a 10% leech buff. Alright, so this, you would think for a legendary it'd be pretty hardcore, but you guys saw in that last one, he doesn't hit that hard with this AoE. This here is one of the two ways that he really shines. This is A2, No Mercy. It attacks one enemy 3 times, damage increases equal to the percentage of hit point targets lost. Okay, that is where he really shines, because especially even if, like, say you've done a lot of damage to him, but then somebody else, like, say she resurrected him, or somebody healed him and he got back up to full points, he's got a lifesteal set, something like that. It still considers him having taken the hit points lost, whatever he lost up to that point. So even if he heals and gets topped off, it's still going to increase the damage based on how much hit points he's lost altogether. So that thing can hit like a friggin' freight train at times, but it's not a good initial attack, because unless they've taken a lot of damage already, it's not anything that spectacular. It gets to the point where once they've taken at least, you know, half their life or more, then this hits great. Otherwise, it's not that spectacular either. And this is the second thing that makes him really shine, is Final Doom, where it heals him by the 30% of his max hit points each time he kills an enemy, and the enemy killed by him can't be revived. That's another thing that's really nice. So that's one of the things that really makes him shine, is that enemies killed by him can't be revived either, which would make it so that I shouldn't have to worry about her, but it depends on if he's the one who kills them. So because of that, that's why I wanted to lock her down, because I'm not sure whether he's going to be the one to take them out or not. And now he's going to probably, yep, one-shot somebody, and then another turn. I really can't stand him, because that extra turn when he kills somebody, but that's alright. I still have an edge here. Alright, so jeez. Hard to say who I should go after. Well, he's got a leech. I'm not sure for you guys that don't know leech. Leech, what it does is that for every attack on that champion, you get back 10% of the damage done to them. So it's not that huge. That's why it's not that spectacular. Alright, now this is... Alright, so he's taking a decent amount of damage. I'll show you his A2 is going to take this guy out now, no problem. And it's going to heal me 30% of my hit points. So see, I got a decent amount back too. So that kept me alive there. Alright, good. Take him out next. I'm not really worried about poisons. Ooh, he almost just took me out. Alright, well, that should break it. Oh, alright, well, I guess I should be worried about poisons. Okay, now this is why I love Deathless. Boom. Done. Her Grim Revenge is amazing. And 4. You guys just saw me get into 4 for the first time here, and you probably really don't care because you don't know who I am. But to me, it's pretty cool. I've never been in 4 yet. Let me see how hard these guys are going to be, though. See, even in Tier 4 Silver, you still have people that don't know what their auras are. Because the aura is the one on the farthest in the left in here. This person doesn't have a friggin' aura. Yet he has somebody with a speed buff, which is amazing for Arena. Everything is about speed in here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so see, it's broken. So now this is kind of an unfair advantage that I have. It's going to probably be all these champions here. It's going to be like 30s, 20s. Yeah. Okay, there's a glitch going on in the system here where for some reason it's pitting me up against champions that are like less than half of what mine is. Even 40 is still really bad. Alright, I don't know what's going on here, but there's some kind of glitch in the system. But it's more points for me, so I'm going to take advantage of it. Even though he has a speed aura, I'm not worried about it because they're so much lower than me. It's going to be like a mosquito biting me. I'm just going to put it on auto because there isn't even any point. This guy, I would love to have him. That's what Lord Kymar, I think his name is. He is freaking beautiful. His skills are so overpowered. Him or Roshcard. Roshcard actually would be the top. If I could have like the top two for arena, if I had any picks that I could choose, I'm actually going to go manual because these guys are... This is not good. Alright, so... Alright, there we go. Boom. And... Boom. Alright. Top off Inithwe here. Alright, so now I'm going to go back to auto. Alright, cool. That got me a little worried there when they were doing some damage to me. But anyway, but yeah, like I was saying, if I had a pick of any two that I could go for as far as arena, my top two picks would definitely be number 1, Roshcard, number 2, that Lord Kymar, whatever his name was that was in there. Roshcard is just ridiculously overpowered right now. I mean, anybody who tries to say he isn't is lying because, I mean, seriously, you look at most of these arena fights, it's one round where people are getting one shot, maybe 2 rounds, 3 at absolute most, typically on average. So, I mean, the thing is that Roshcard makes the entire team invincible for 2 full rounds. If he's combined with somebody who has a speed aura and, like, say, like somebody who can increase turn meters, like, say, High Katoon, alright? You got High Katoon on the team, or Apothecary, where, you know, they give us, well, actually, Apothecary doesn't give us speed aura, but let's say High Katoon, just sticking with her, alright? You got High Katoon and you got Roshcard. You're pretty much gonna win, because the High Katoon, if she's loaded up with speed gear, she can make sure all of your team gets to have a first turn by boosting up their turn meters, and then when Roshcard goes and he makes your entire team invincible, the opponent has 2 entire rounds where all that they could do at best is protect themselves or try to stun you, lock you down, things like that. Like my Bystophus, sure, they could lock you down, lock your cooldown skills, but you're still going to be able to hit me with your A1, and if you resist, then you can hit me with everything. 2 turns is just ridiculous. I mean, even one turn would still be pretty harsh, but I mean, fine, it's a legendary. You want to have a few legendaries that are real overpowered to sell shards. I get it, but I don't know. I just kind of feel like Roshcard in his current state is a little bit of an extreme. It's just not even fair. But anyway, the thing is even if I did get him, I would feel like it's unfair. Like I have an unfair advantage against other people. I'd even admit that it would be an unfair advantage against people. I wouldn't deny that. I'm curious. I might actually refill just because there's so many... I should be able to take them. I think I might refill just because there's so many... I'm getting 3 silvers every single time, and these champions, most of them are so easy to beat. It's like, why not take advantage of this? Exploit the hell out of a glitch, like I've said in other videos. Because, I mean, it's not like these other champions are really losing anything, because, I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? They're going to get bumped down a tier or something. But I'm surprised they haven't fixed this glitch. It's been going on for like a couple weeks now. Alright, normally I would not do her Grim Revenge near the beginning. This thing here, if you don't know her, Grim Revenge is insane. This is why when you have her on a team, you do not want to let her survive near the end, because number 1, all of her attacks are based on defense, so she has a lot of defense. It's hard to bust her down. But this Grim Revenge here attacks all enemies, and it's always critical if there's 2 or more dead allies, and on top of that it increases according to the number of dead allies. It hits for an insane amount. Now, I have her loaded up with all defense gear right now. Eventually I'm going to put a set with crit rate on her and a bonus to crit damage on her gloves, because she could lose a little bit of her damage absorption for a harsher attack, because oh my god, she is such a beautiful finisher when it comes to that. She hits just, oh. Well, you saw that one battle where she was down to the last one there, and then I wasn't even worried about it because it was 2 against 1, but she still had Grim Revenge up, so it was like, okay, not worried about you, not scarred. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and refill these. I have so much I got a lot of stuff in here in general. I got potion refills. I have a ton of these arena tokens, so might as well put them to use. Go ahead and get one more refill here. I've been hanging on to them in hopes that they were going to eventually at some point have an event that was all about arena, but it's been a while since they've had an arena event. I know a lot of people are criticizing Dark Athel. They're frustrated because a lot of people are arguing that, you know, they're trying to make a storyline where Athel's afraid of her darker half, but yet she attacks 3 times, she only attacks once, so she is, you know, kind of a beast with Giant Slayer and her decreased attack on the clan boss, but yet Dark Athel is pretty much the only thing she's good for is the spider. And even with Spider, I don't think she's that great at it. I mean, she has that AoE that... see, this is where I don't even want to use his AoE, because his AoE is almost definitely not going to kill any of them. But this one here, the No Mercy, it should kill her. And I would rather kill her than Bad Elcazar, because if Bad Elcazar has nobody to heal, then I'm not really worried about him. His biggest threat is when he has all the other champions up and he's healing them. Oh, that's pretty cool. I've never seen that before. Got some tentacles popping out of the ground. They at least got cool effects with her. But yeah, but like I was saying, I'm not that impressed for her with the spider, because yeah, she has that one AoE that's going to give her an extra turn when she attacks all of them, but at the same time, her A1 is not an AoE, and her A1 is not anything that's really that threatening, so you're not going to get a whole ton of attacks with the A3. Like, I don't remember what the cooldown was off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure she's an epic too, which means her skill ups are going to be a friggin' pain. But maybe she's a rare, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure, no, actually I'm almost positive she's an epic. And yeah, and those skill up books are just, they're a lot more valuable for a rare. Anyway, this is just, ooh. Okay, they're kind of on par with me. Well, and they're still 13,000 under. The thing is, I mean, for you guys that don't have a whole lot of experience in arena yet, you never really know for sure with those points, because sometimes people can be like 10, even 15,000 below you, but yet take you out, because you just never know. I don't know exactly how the arena is scored, but people have complained before that the scoring is not very accurate for a lot of champions, because sometimes people are extremely powerful yet they have a low rating in arena, and it's very misleading. Anyway, but yeah, that definitely wasn't the case with them. Alright, it's another speed aura, but Jin in your what? I guess you ran out of space to finish that. Or maybe you had too much Jin, so you forgot to finish the name, I don't know. Alright, this is going to be an auto, because this is going to be a slaughter. Yeah. And see, even with a speed aura, he has so much speed on him, sometimes when they have a speed aura, I still end up going first like that. It's freaking awesome. Eventually I'm going to lose it, though, because I am using Nethril for Clan Boss, too. Of course, because his poisons are so great for Clan Boss, and then of course Giant Slayer with a 3-hit A1 is nice too. But yeah, he's getting priority for Clan Boss over Arena, so eventually I'm going to replace him in Arena so that I can gear him purely for Clan Boss, which means a lifesteal set for survival. And once he gets the lifesteal set, he's not going to be as great in Arena here. Ultimately, later on down the road, his replacement is going to be Arbiter, because of course Arbiter has that speed aura plus the, I believe it's a turn meter boost, which would make her exactly what I need. Alright, so it reset these, and let's see, a lot of times when it resets, it's back to, yeah, now it's back to where it should be. Then all these champions are probably going to be back to where they're supposed to be. Nope, no, it doesn't. Looks like some of them aren't. Usually when it resets like that, let's see, oh god, I'll go to Roshcard in a second. I just want to see. Yeah, see, some of these, it's like hit or miss. Some of them, Santa Claus, all by himself. I'm definitely going to go after Santa. Alright, see, I can't friggin', alright, just for those of you, I'm going to show you real quick, just for those of you who don't no Roshcard and you haven't fought him yet, he is freaking ridiculous. Alright, he kind of looks like a joke. I don't know why he has like a metal bird on his head. This does not seem like the optimal helmet for... But anyway, alright, so this is what's ridiculous with him is his A3 places a block damage buff on all allies for 2 turns. 2 whole turns. The entire team is invincible. They take no damage at all. Alright, and it's a 6-turn cooldown, but if they actually put skill ups into him, they get legendary tombs, this can come down to 4 turns, so half the time the team is invincible. And then in case that isn't enough, he attacks an enemy, he can block cooldown skills, debuff and a block buffs for 2 turns. That one isn't horrible, but it's like it can't even be resisted. That's horrible. Alright, and then this is just removes a random buff. That's not anything huge. See, these aren't particularly horrible because it's only 1 enemy at a time, but the block cooldown skills can be really annoying. But this here, that is what makes him ridiculously overpowered. I mean, it's just insane. He is by far the best in Arena, hands down, because all that it takes is a speed aura and him getting the chance to go first, and it is game over. Now, if I run out of other people to take in here that I know for sure I could take, I will take that team just to show you what I'm talking about. If I get first turn, and if I'm able to knock his turn meter down and take him out before he gets a turn, I can probably win, or if I at least kill 1 or 2 of their champions before he puts up that invincible. But the problem is once that invincibility is up, the only thing that you can do is, I mean, you can block their cooldown skills, you can stun them, things like that, you know, which can, you know, keep them from actually getting, you know, a turn or being able to do anything to you significant. But even then, it's just... you can't do any damage to them. It's just, it's a huge advantage. Lord Kymar isn't as bad. Lord Kymar, I think he resets everybody's cooldowns. I think he removes all debuffs. He either removes all debuffs on your champions, or he removes all buffs from the opponents. I don't remember. Or it might even be both. I don't know. I just remember Lord Kymar is freaking delicious. He's a champion that I would love to have. Santa here, I think, is pretty good too. I don't know. I don't remember Santa off the top of my head what his abilities are. Not good enough to take all of us, but if he was with a team, I guess this guy wants to go down in ranks. That's why he was doing that. Alright. 54. That shouldn't be any bad. Is this Ignatius or Big Un? I confuse Ignatius and Big Un because they kind of look the same. Either way, both of them are friggin' harsh. I don't know if you guys aren't familiar with Ignatius and Big Un. Ignatius here, he's pretty sick looking, but anyway, the thing is he hits so freaking hard. And so what happens here, attacks all enemies, 75% chance of placing an HP burn debuff. That debuff can't be resisted. That's again one of those things that's really harsh when you can't resist the debuffs. But with HP burn, that's not particularly horrible anyway, but it attacks all enemies and he hits really freaking hard. There's another one, attacks all enemies and has a 50% chance of placing a provoke debuff. That really sucks too, because he provokes you and then your champions are hitting with their A1 on him instead of going after who they should. That sucks too. And I think usually with the AI, this A2 is the one that he uses first, because obviously that makes more sense. So the 2 of these is to lock those other champions down with a provoke. This here isn't as bad. It's 15% chance, gets up to 25 with a skill up, but that's not too bad. But anyway, I should be able to take him because nothing else in here is anything that's a particularly big threat, and his rating isn't too high. We'll see what happens here. Figured it's definitely worth a shot. Alright, see, that kind of sucks because he's already buffed all them with a speed buff. Oh, I knocked your turn meters down, so that's good. I'm gonna try to lock him down. I hate... okay, cool. Locked her down too. Alright. Yeah, I hate to try to lock down a healer like that rather than just flat out go for the kills, but Apothecary can heal one target for a lot. Alright. Cool. Let's see what happens here. Oh, goodness. Oh, wow. He only went with... That's... Weird, I don't know why he only went for that one hit like that. Unless, did I provoke him? I don't remember. Maybe I provoked him, maybe that's what it was. Anyway, alright, this is history. You're done. Overkill. Boom. Alright. Well, at least racking up a lot of medals here, that's pretty cool. Alright, so I got 2 more. Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to end up doing that Roshcard team, so I'm just going to use these last 2. Oh! Not going to risk that. Unless you're quite a bit below me. Nah. I don't think I'm going to risk that because of that Skull Crusher. If you guys don't know what Skull Crusher is, another one that's really freaking powerful in here. I want Skull Crusher for the clan boss. I could really use him because I need a counterattack champion bad. But he's got this passive, decreases all the debuffs by 1 turn. That kind of sucks for people that are debuffers, but this is the worst. 50% ally protection buff on all allies, a counterattack buff on them, and an unkillable buff on him. So basically makes it so that all of the other champions are near impossible to kill because of the 50% ally protection, and they get a counterattack, and gets an unkillable. So you don't want to do the AoE when he has this counterattack on all the champions. You do an AoE attack, you're getting hit by all 4 of those champions. So that kind of thing is great when it comes to going on the offensive in Arena as well, because he casts that and their AI most of the time is still going to do the AoE attacks. Yeah, I'm not going to try to take them. I would sooner try to take Roshcard than them, just because they got that speed aura there along with Skull Crusher. See, they're a little below me. I still don't want to risk it. They got that speed aura. That's my team's weakness. I know that very well. I know our weakness, and it's the speed aura. See, Gorgorath himself isn't a big threat to me. I'll give these guys a shot. What the heck? I know a lot of people do not like Gorgorath because he can resurrect everybody, but he doesn't resurrect. It's not like he resurrects them with full hit points. Usually when he resurrects them, it's just 1 more hit with an AoE, and I take everybody right back down. And to see again, yeah, even though they had a speed aura, I got first turn here, so no big deal. But yeah, Gorgorath is somebody I wouldn't mind for Arena. If I got him, I would use him too for Arena, definitely. He would definitely replace Nethril. He'd be really good. Oh man, it seems like they got a lot of resistance. I don't understand people though that go for resistance in Arena. Like right now, yeah, it's great against me because a lot of my stuff in Arena is about debuffs. I mean, I do a modest amount of damage, but more than anything it's about the debuffs. But the thing is that when you're gearing for resistance, it's a risk. Like sure, against champions like me where I have a lot of debuffs, it's great, but say with teams where it's like Athel, it doesn't make sense because Athel is just all about damage, and if you're up against champions where they're all about damage, it's not about debuffs but just the damage they do to you. If you don't have enough hit points or defense and you don't get the first turn, you're history. That's it. It's game over. But anyway, alright, so I got 1 more. You know what? I'm going to give these guys a shot. What the heck? It's a risk. It's a risk, but if not anything else, you guys will get to see how ridiculously overpowered Roshcard is if they do end up going first. I don't know whether they're going to or not. We'll see in a second. Nope. Alright, good. So, hopefully he doesn't have a ton of resistance. He doesn't. Good. Alright, now I want to lock him down. If I lock him down... Oh, okay. Yep. So now it's pretty much game over. He's a joke now. Because without that... Yeah, without that buff where he makes everybody unkillable... Actually not unkillable, excuse me, block damage. Other than that, he's not really a threat. The only other thing I'd have to worry about here is if they have anybody who hits really hard, but I think it's just about game over here. Oof. Alright. I don't know if I want to... I might as well do Grim Revenge. It's going to kill 2 of them. Oh, wow, it didn't kill 1. Alright, I'm going to take him out because Rosh is still locked down. Alright, cool. So yeah, now it's pretty much game over. So he's still locked down and done. Not scared of you. Alright, cool. Yeah, so I beat Rosh. Okay, that's pretty much it for today. I'm not gonna try to take on anybody else here. That's going to be game over for now. Got 4 more minutes for a refresh, so maybe I'll do another video later on, but for now this is going to be it. So yeah, so you got to see those champions in action. If you have any of them, you got any questions, anything you didn't see in here, definitely let me know. Otherwise, yeah, that's about it for today, and yeah, thanks for being a part of me getting up to tier 4 in silver for the first time. Who knows, maybe in the next one I'll get up to gold. I kind of feel like it's unfair at this point with this glitch going on where I'm getting pitted up against champions that are substantially lower than me. If I'm going to go into gold, I really want to go into gold fairly, but I definitely could. I'd have to gear my champions a little bit more too though right now. I mean, I was really fortunate. This account is only, what, maybe about 3-4 months old, and I was really fortunate to have gotten a handful of legendaries, and even ones that are viable, which is even better. One of them, Tomb Lord, is not. Tomb Lord is kind of garbage right now. He can be really good with the right team backing him, but it's very situational, and if the opposing team has a lot of resistance, it's no good. If you can skill him up and get his debuff, his A3 up to 100% chance, that's much better. But as a legendary, it really shouldn't be able to be resisted, though. And you see so many other legendaries at camp. See Bystophus, he's beautiful. I got him not too long ago, maxed him out. But I got Bystophus, I got Inithwe. Inithwe isn't the greatest, but that A2 of his is a great finisher. He isn't good to start with. He's not a one-shot killer usually, but that A2 can finish off. And then I got Nethril. Nethril was the first legendary that I got that was useful. I got Tomb Lord first. I was all excited. I'm like, oh man, I got my first legendary. This is awesome. And then I look at the reviews for him and I was like, oh, well, that kind of sucks. Like, I'll show you guys real quick. His reviews are just, it was kind of discouraging. I was like, why is this review so low? And you look at all of his reviews, it's friggin' 3.1, 3.1. He just, the setup that he has right now just isn't very good. Few problems, all right? Number one with Blight, since it can be resisted, you need a lot of accuracy on this. Now, because if he gets this off, it has an 80% chance of placing 50% decrease attack debuff and a 60% decrease debuff, defense debuff, and then you can max it up to 100% with the debuff chances here. So he can get a 100% chance, but the thing is, if they have resistance, it's not happening. And the thing is a lot of people don't gear defense in Arena. They usually go with hit points because they know there's a lot of champions like him, Tyrell, things like that, that decrease people's defense. So they tend to focus on hit points in Arena anyway, so decreased defense a lot of times doesn't make a huge difference. The only case is, like, say, with defense champions like, say, Deathless, where all of her attacks are actually off of her defense. So yeah, I have a ton of defense on her because everything scales based off of her defense. But otherwise, he just, that A3 isn't that great. And then his and another thing that doesn't make sense about this is resets the turn meters of all enemies with less than 50% hit points. Thing is that you should be doing Blight right at the very beginning in Arena, or else it's worthless. If you're not decreasing their attack before they do their biggest cooldowns, what good is this going to do? He could end up getting killed before he even ends up, you know, placing this on them. And so the resetting the turn meter, if it's less than 50% hit points, doesn't make sense. It's a broken ability combined with this that's just contradictory. The next contradiction is A2. Attacks one enemy, 70% chance of placing 5% poison debuffs if the target's killed. This makes him worthless against clan boss because obviously there's nobody to kill. And then even with the Ascended, it's still 3 debuffs, and then it always inflicts a critical. The thing is his attacks are a joke. He hits like Pee Wee Herman. His attacks just don't do much damage at all. So the chances of you actually killing an enemy and getting these poisons on the opposing enemies is just really slim. And plus, it's poison. Poison does not do, it's not that great for Arena because you're dependent on getting more and more turns with them having those debuffs to do the actual damage. So 3 of them at 5%, yeah, that's pretty decent. I mean, it's 15% of their hit points, but still, there's champions that can easily one-shot the opposing team, which is 100% of their hit points. So 15%, that's not anything that spectacular unless it's like, say, a hit point champion with tons of hit points. But anyway, so again, poison's not that spectacular in Arena, and Arena is the only thing that he could be good for, really, except for maybe the castle, the castle fight dungeon he can actually be good for as well, but no, he's not that spectacular for that either. The reason is because his A1 hits 3 times, but 30% decreased speed debuff, that's, and if it's critical, here's what makes no sense. Okay, all of his attacks are based off of attack, 2 attacks here. Okay, this Ascended is guaranteed to get a critical hit. This doesn't, the only thing that this can benefit off of is accuracy because it does no damage. So you're making his debuff here dependent on the attack being critical. Meanwhile, this here guarantees a critical. So who is going to gear him with crit rate when this is literally the only thing that benefits off of it is a 30% decreased speed debuff on champions? That's not that great. I mean, you got people like High Katoon that can give a speed boost to everybody. This is one champion that might get a decreased speed debuff on them. That's nothing. It doesn't make sense to gear for crit rate. This should not be based off of a critical. Maybe like a percentage or something like that, but even at a decreased speed, that's not that spectacular. But anyway, so yeah, that's why he's really broken. They're actually supposed to be fixing him, though, in the next upcoming patch, because they're well aware that he's broken. Him and Astrolith. Astrolith is a joke too. I feel bad for anybody that has her. But anyway, yeah, I think that's about it for today. I just figured I'd touch on him really quick just to express my frustration that I do have that one champion that's worthless now. But when he does get buffed, assuming that it is a buff, because sometimes they try to fix champions and make them worse off than they were. But anyway, but yeah, if they do end up buffing him, I'll definitely touch on him in a spotlight. But otherwise, that's it for today, guys, and thanks for checking this out. Thanks for watching me go up into tier 4 for the first time in silver, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. In the meantime, take care. Hi guys, this is Anthony here, also known on this channel as AscendantGod. Wanted to thank you for checking out my channel here, really appreciate it. Be sure to check out the other videos. I got plenty of goodies on here. Also check out the description sections in the videos. Got plenty of links on there for real different kinds of goodies that I think would be worthwhile for you guys. If there is something in particular that you don't see on my channel that you want to see, be sure to let me know in the comment section as well. And I think that's about it. All I've got. I'm just going to get back to this thing here. I'm pretty sure if I just...
Oh, we have such sights to show you.
Wow. That's really funny. Same here.